Pioneer fans, Pioneer Women's Varsity Soccer is live and on the air. We are live here at Hallway Field, where it is your Pioneer Women's Varsity Soccer team, as they are taking on the Monroe Trojans today, as taking a look at both of these squads. Pioneer is 3-3-2 on the season. They started off with a win versus started off with a loss, on March 19th as Salem snubbed them 3-2. Then they beat Trenton on the 1st of April 4-0. It was a 1-1 draw on April 3rd between Pioneer and Northville. Birmingham Seaholm edged them by a goal on April 5th, 1-0. On April 8th, it was Pioneer 7 and Brownstown Woodhaven 0. On April 15th, Pioneer had an explosion on offense, 17-0 over Lincoln. On April 17th, it was Pioneer 1 and Huron 1 for a draw. And on April 21st, it was yesterday, Saline won by a score of 2-0. Taking a look at the upcoming schedule, Pioneer has this game versus Monroe today. Then on the 25th, they will take on Temperance Bedford. That will be a 6 p.m. game. Temperance Bedford 0-6 on the season. Then on the 29th, Pioneer will take on undefeated Dexter 3-0 on the season there. Taking a look at Monroe, Monroe is 7-4 on the season. They started off with the game, falling to Dearborn Divine Child 4-3 on March 20th. On April 3rd, they beat Adrian 5-2. They beat Brownstown Woodhaven 9-0 on the 4th of April. On the 5th of April, they fell to Gibraltar Carlson 3-2, but they beat Dearborn Heights Crestwood 2-1. On April 8th, they beat Blissfield 8-0. On April 10th, they shut out Temperance Bedford 8-0. On April 11th, it was an 8-0 win by Monroe over Ida. On April 14th, Monroe beat Dundee 8-0. On April 15th, Dexter beat Monroe 3-1. And on April 17th, Skyline beat Monroe by a score of 6-1. So Monroe, 7 wins and 4 losses on the season. On the 21st, they will play 0-6 Ypsilanti Lincoln on the 24th. And on the 29th, they will play Ann Arbor Huron, who is 2-1-1 on the season. Taking a look at the Red Division standings, at the very top, it's a trio up at the top with 6 points. Saline 2-0 in the SEC Red, Skyline 2-0 in the SEC Red, and Dexter 2-0 in the SEC Red. Pioneer in 4th place behind them, 1-0 in the SEC Red with 4 points. Monroe with 1 win, 2 losses, no draws for 3 points. And then Huron, Bedford, and Lincoln all with no wins and no points, all with 0 points. Huron 0-1, Bedford 0-3-0, and Lincoln 0-3-0. Although if Huron had a draw, they should have 1 point, but that's okay. In the white division, Chelsea up at the top with Adrian. Both have 9 points. 3-0 are their records. Ypsilanti 2-1-0 with 6 points. Tecumseh 1-2-0 with 3 points. Then Jackson and Pinckney both 0-3-0 with no points out there. So that's your current SEC standings for these squads. As getting ready to go here, Pioneer is in their dark kits, as they have the black kits with the white numbers on the back, white shorts, white numbers on the black shorts, black socks. They're in their full black kits. As a yellow for the keepers there. On the other side, Monroe is in their white kits, as they have white tops, white shorts, white socks. Numbers on the back of those kits. We're going to step away. Beautiful day on the pitch, as it is 66 degrees out here at Hallway Field. Just a few wispy clouds in the sky. We're looking for some really good weather. It's it hasn't been easy. There's been a game canceled due to snow this season, so we are really enjoying this weather. Hopefully we'll get a good crowd here, and things will get going in just a little over 10 minutes. So let's play a few messages from the MHSAA, and we will get going, and we'll turn it over to our public address announcer, Mike G., as he'll have the lineups, the national anthem, and then we'll get going. You're watching Pioneer Women's Varsity Soccer, brought to you by Arbor Broadcasting.
Here are 5 more good reasons for multi-sport participation. Multi-sport athletes are more coachable. They have higher athletic ceilings. They become better talent in the long run. They have higher sports IQs. Their sports skills transfer, and they are better teammates. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Here are 5 good reasons for high school multi-sport participation. Fewer overuse injuries, less opportunity for emotional burnout, exposure to different kids and coaches, exposure to different roles, and learning to compete better. Being a multi-sport participant can help a kid become a more well-rounded person. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Where can you find good information on all kinds of topics related to the well-being of our student athletes? Check out the health and safety page of the MHSAA website. Learn about multi-sport participation, heat and hydration, cardiovascular resources, as well as insurance benefits available for our students. It's all on the health and safety page of MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
The love of the game draws us to sports, as players, coaches, spectators, and officials. For officials, it's a way to stay in the game they once played, to feel the thrill of putting on the uniform, stepping out of the playing surface, hustling to make the call, and building the relationships which can only be built in sports. If you still have that love for the game, we always need new officials. Register now at MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Have we gotten to the point where at some high school game that an official has finally had enough from coaches, players, and adults, pulls off the whistle, and offers it to you? Let's hope not. There's no way you could do a better job. It's on everyone to promote good sportsmanship. So before you blurt something out about that next close call, consider this. Without the officials, nobody wins. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Sportsmanship has never been more important between the lines in athletics and outside those lines in our communities. To listen, to respect, to understand, to practice common decency, to have competition without contentiousness. Sportsmanlike qualities are essential components of life itself. Let's all work together to not only be good sports, but good people. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Can you go anywhere and find an endeavor in society where we've come to accept and tolerate an adult, and even kids, treating another adult the way we allow spectators, coaches, and players to treat a high school game official? Can you? No one has the right to abuse game officials. So before you blurt something out about that next close call, consider this. Without the officials, nobody wins. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Health concerns in high school sports go beyond physical injuries. The mental well-being of our young people is a hotter topic than ever before. The Michigan High School Athletic Association website has resources to help adults and students recognize potential problems and deal with them in a positive way. You can learn more about these mental health resources on the Health and Safety page of the MHSAA website. A message from the MHSAA promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Nearly 2,000 of the state's top student athletes will be recognized for excelling academically and in school activities through the MHSAA's Scholar Athlete Award, underwritten by Farm Bureau Insurance. The applicants will be in the running for a total of 32 $1,000 college scholarships. Application materials are available exclusively online through the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Again, we are live here at Hallway Field, moments from the team introductions, as it is Pioneer taking on Monroe. Again, Pioneer in the black kits with the black shorts, numbers in white on the front and on the back. Pioneer in black lettering on the front, black socks as well. Monroe in their white kits with the white tops, the white shorts, the white socks. They have the numbers in red on the back with looks like maybe the names. No, that's just Monroe on the back. Trying to see what they have on the front, but I believe they have the number there as well. And we'll turn it over to our public address announcer, Mike G.
And the Ann Arbor Pioneers. And now let's meet our participants. First for the Monroe Trojans. Introducing number 3, Rowan Stamper. Number 4, Isabella Reed. Number 5, Emily Eschenroder. Number 6, Gabrielle Willis. Number 7, Jocelyn Jones. Number 8, Briley Lechner. Number 9, Abigail Dykeman. Number 10, Allie Marcero. 11, Aubrey Cohen. Number 12, Alexandria Younglove. 13, Lindsay Kleindown. Number 14, Alexis McMahon. Number 15, Dylan Chapin. Number 17, Lola Cassiapo. Number 18, Wiley Rao. Number 20, Claire Jarnett. And number 24, Carmen Flat. The head coach of the Monroe Trojans is Scott Chapin. And now let's meet the Ann Arbor Pioneers. Introducing number 0, Molly Burke. Number 1, Jessa Leonard. Number 2, Nicole Fulcher. Number 3, Lizzie Werneman. Number 4, Macy Anderson. Number 5, Emerson Marianne. Number 6, Lucinda Gubini. Number 7, Lane Templeton. Number 8, Sophia Ortega. Number 9, Hadley Fyan. Number 10, Sadie Wilkins. 11, Maya Bormsdorf. Number 12, Sydney Hayden. 13, Billy Sandstrom. 14, Ava Fortini. 15, Chloe Ring. 16, Isabel McEwen. 17, Molly McVicker. 19, Bella Shemke. And 99, Jillian Daly. Varsity assistants are Mark Smith and John Suckerman. And the head coach, Mr. Andy Irvine. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please rise and remove your hats for the singing of playing of our national anthem.
as we're about to get ready to go here, as it is Pioneer again taking on Monroe here at Hallway Field. Pioneer 3-2, 3 wins, 3 losses, 2 draws. And then on the other side, it is 7 wins for Monroe and 4 losses for Monroe. Again, beautiful day here at Hallway Field is all the Michiganders hoping that the weather has taken a turn and we're onto that nice portion of spring where it's a little bit more enjoyable to be out here cheering for our favorite teams. Pioneer going from right to left here in this opening half. Leonard down towards our right. Getting ready. Pioneer out. Monroe slowly heading on to the pitch as well. See if we can get the number of the keeper for Monroe, wearing pink out there with yellow gloves. It looks like it's number 18, I believe, which would be Rio. So Rio in net. As we're about to get set, right from the center circle. At back, Pioneer controls, sending up is McEwen up the near side. Anderson has it up the near side of the pitch. Right up the near touch line. Boersdorf has that knocked away, and that's sent out. It'll be out off of flat. Pioneer with the throw-in on the near touch line. Anderson sends it down the pitch. Into the attacking third. Stop, trying to send it away. Monroe on the near touchline feeds it up. That's stopped there by Anderson. Anderson challenged, trying to get around Eschenroder. Ball sent back towards the middle third. Controlled by Boersdorf. Boersdorf sends it over. Now Fortini has it. Fortini launches it into the 18, and that goes just wide past the far post. It will be a goal kick for Ryu.
Goal kick by number 18, Riley Ryu.
Ball set on the 6. And that's actually going to be Willis who's going to take this kick. Willis puts the right foot into it. That skies down the far side of the pitch. Played ahead, trying to bring it ahead over there is Lechner. Right in the middle third, Lechner sends it over midfield, then launched ahead by Pioneer. Boersdorf gets it over. That'll go out the near touchline. That'll be a throw-in. That's going to be a throw-in for Marcero. All the way back into the defensive third for Pioneer. That will roll down towards the end line and go right out the near sideline. It's going to be a throw-in for Pioneer. Anderson will have it on the near touchline. She lofts it in. Wilkins heads it over. Played down over there. Jones trying to knock it away. That launch towards the middle of the pitch. That went off of the official. All set for Pioneer. So they'll take the kick just outside the 18. Move towards the center of the pitch. That's fired ahead by McVicker. All the way down over midfield, down the far touchline, racing over to get to it. And Fyan just couldn't get to it quick enough as a valiant attempt, but that goes out the far touchline. Monroe with it, 37-20 left to go. Here at Hallway Field, scoreless so far. That ball down the far touchline, picked up by Fortini. Fortini moves it back towards midfield, gathered up by McEwen. And over onto the far wing, back to McEwen. McEwen Heads towards the center of the pitch. Feeds that right back into the 18. Picked up there by Leonard. Leonard back over on the far side of the pitch as McVicker feeds it ahead to Fortini. Fortini down. Picked up by Ortega. Ortega puts it right on the far touchline. That's sent back into the defensive third for Pioneer. McVicker launches it down towards midfield. Ortega takes it there. Ortega right over midfield. Gets it back. Launched ahead by Fortini. Racing ahead. Wilkins trying to get to it into the 18. Wilkins trying to hold it. Now sends it across. Monroe trying to get it outside the 18. Anderson battling as that's fired now all the way down the near touchline back into the middle third and out the near touchline. There'll be a throw in by Anderson. She's just on the edge of the middle third. Anderson looking down the pitch, lofts it over. That headed by Ortega trying to get to that. Borsdorf with it. Borsdorf trying to dribble around some traffic. That pulled away, launched the other direction out there as that was blasted by Reed. Right on the near touchline, just over the middle third as McEwen trying to feed it ahead, but that'll be a throw-in. As Marcero launches it from the near touchline, played down by McEwen. McEwen lofts it ahead over to Borsdorf. Now that gathered up, Monroe trying to send it ahead. Again, McEwen right on top of it. That down over to Eschenroder. Eschenroder. Anderson gets it on the near touchline. Is that fired ahead? Borsdorf with it in her own defensive third, trying to get it over to Ortega. Ortega trying to move it into the middle third, back to Borsdorf. Borsdorf rolls it over to Fortini. Fortini lofts it all the way down the pitch as it's a foot race, racing back, trying to get to it first is Willis. Willis slide tackles. Is that over? Launched into the 18, and that'll go out just to the near side of the near post. That will be another kick. Goal kick here from the 6. Last time it was Willis who took the kick. So it's a Younglove, the keeper for Monroe. Forgive me. I really appreciate that. Don't want to make sure everyone gets their proper credit as that's blasted down the far side of the pitch. Controlled. Monroe gets right on the far touch line, launched over towards the middle of the pitch. Now Pioneer controls. Anderson right on the near wing. Anderson trying to get ahead. Borsdorf tips it. Now that volleyed the other direction by Monroe. Knocked down. Ortega back over to Fortini. Fortini right on the center of the pitch. Fortini gets it back over to McVicker. McVicker moves it right back over midfield over to Ortega on the far side of the pitch. Knocked away. Gathered up back over there by Jones. Jones feeds it back into the defensive third. Good job by McVicker. Gets it right back over to McEwen. Now played down. Borsdorf up the near wing. Borsdorf moves it over to Anderson. Trying to knock it away back over there. Good defensive play by Eschenroder, but that goes out the near touchline. It's going to be a kick for Pioneer just inside the middle third. McEwen steps back. McEwen. Right foot into it. That launched into the 18. Grab by, that picked up by Younglove. Younglove comes out to the edge of the 18. Looks up the pitch. She'll put her right foot into it. Arcs down towards midfield. Fortini heads it, plays it down off of the body. Fortini trying to get around. A good Monroe player back over there as that was sent ahead by Jones down onto the near wing and out the near touchline. That'll be Pioneer's ball with 32:44 left to go. Here in the first, Anderson with the throw-in on the near touchline. And played down as it was Wilkins to try and send it ahead, but that went out off of Pioneer, so that'll be a throw-in by Marcero. Now Rink fires it all the way down the near touchline. Racing ahead, Borsdorf has it in the attacking third. Borsdorf trying to work her way into the 18. Borsdorf moves it down along the end line. Borsdorf trying to get a cross away. Good defense by Monroe. Borsdorf with the cross. That all the way over onto the far side and just out of reach is flying over there and just couldn't get to it before it went out the end line. That is going to be a goal kick. So again, that's going to be Willis who's going to take it from the 6. Moves it, just rolls it over onto the far wing. That volleyed all the way down. Fortini trying to track it down. Controlled by Pioneer. Racing back, McEwen trying to get to it. That knocked right back into the 18 as Leonard gets it, rolls it right back over to McEwen. McEwen coming up the pitch. McEwen up the near wing. McEwen into the middle third. That tipped and out the near touchline. That'll be a throw in for Monroe. 31 minutes, 20 seconds left to go. Here in the first. Marcero throws it in. That play down, popped up high by Fortini. Racing back, trying to get to it is Rink. Rink down the near touchline. Rink looking for a cross, trying to get it over to Wilkins. That sent out the 18. Played down by Ortega. Ortega moves it over. Gathered ahead. Fortini with a blast and just goes wide to the far side of the woodwork. Good opportunity, but that will turn into a kick from the 6 by Willis. So we are in the 10th minute of this match, counting down towards the 30-minute mark. Willis has it set onto the near side. Right foot into it, moves it down the near touchline. That popped ahead, played down there by Eschenroder. Eschenroder trying to avoid pressure by Pioneer. Send ahead, Anderson moves it over. Now Borsdorf trying to get it between a few players. Launched towards midfield as Fortini trying to dispossess her player. That rocketed ahead by Stamper. Picked up right on the near touchline. Good job by Anderson to keep it in. That fired out. That was knocked out by Eschenroder. Nope, that was a last touch by Pioneer. Quick throw in by Monroe trying to get Eschenroder. Played down by McEwen. McEwen trying to get it over to Fortini. That headed over by Jones. Right towards the center circle. Fortini trying to dribble her way out of trouble there. That deflected back and moved over in along the near wing. Here comes Eschenroder. Eschenroder feeds it down the near touchline. As that will go out. Good job by McEwen to use her body to make sure that went out off of Monroe. Anderson lofts it in. Now trying to get to it. Wilkins. Wilkins, that out the near touchline. Quick throw in by Pioneer. Racing ahead. Trying to get to it is Rink. Rink comes down the near wing. Rink trying to turn on it. Stops right before the end line. Fires it into the 18. And that picked up by Younglove. Younglove out to the edge of the 18. Younglove. Right foot into it, arcs it down the pitch, bounces right before midfield. McVicker trying to get to it. Now McEwen moves it over onto the far wing. Battle for it right back towards McEwen. McEwen has it. Sends it over to Leonard. Leonard launches it from within the 18. Now Ortega, I believe, playing it down. Ortega moves it over to McEwen. McEwen, center of the pitch. That knocked down by Monroe, trying to turn on it. That chipped ahead, coming in, racing. Leonard with a beautiful save. As a great opportunity by Lechner. And Leonard comes up big, going down and grabbing that ball. 28-12 left to go here in the first. Leonard arcs it down the pitch. Right at midfield, bounces ahead. Wilkins trying to get past the defense. Wilkins racing down the near wing. Wilkins into the 18. Wilkins puts the left foot into a big save by Younglove. Now launched right back into the middle third. Played down over onto the near wing. Brought ahead and a good challenge by Anderson trying to knock it away from Eschenroder. Eschenroder quick with the throw in on the near touchline. That headed back. Played down, launching it ahead is Reed. That ball right over midfield. Racing back to get it is McEwen. Pressure coming from behind her. McEwen gets it over to Leonard. Leonard back to McEwen. On the near touchline, McEwen up the near side of the pitch. McEwen lofts it ahead. That'll be played down by Rink. Rink trying to chip it past. Is a good battle challenge there by Chernick. All the way down the far side of the pitch, and that is a whistle, and looks like that's going to be and offside. So that ball will come back, and Monroe will launch it from within the middle third. And it's going to be Charnook. So they'll have a substitution. Going off is Reed. Coming on, I believe, well, Lechner was already on. So didn't see who came on for. Lofted ahead all the way down. Played over by Pioneer. Now trying to fire it ahead. That lifted all the way down. That's going to be Monroe's ball again on an offside. Just shy of midfield. Willis. Back to send it up the pitch. Willis, right foot, low arcing kick. McEwen lets it go over to Leonard. Leonard picks it up as a charging Monroe player right there in her face. And Leonard, excellent nerves of steel to play that ball. Bounces over, back. Wilkins trying to get to it. Wilkins. That ball launched down onto the near wing. Wilkins has it on the edge of the 18. Wilkins trying to get across. As that sent out the end line, that should be a corner for Pioneer. 25:55 left to go here in the first. It looks like Rink is going to take the corner.
Number 16, or 15, Chloe Rink.
Rink gets set up for this set piece. Raises both hands, puts the right foot into it, going across. That picked up by Younglove. Younglove heads towards the edge of the 18. Younglove. Right foot into it again, arcing down the near side of the pitch, headed by Anderson. Played down there. Monroe trying to launch it ahead. And chipped down over onto the far side. Borsdorf trying to get to it. Played down as here comes Fortini. Fortini trying to launch it ahead. Here comes Wilkins. Wilkins into the 18. Wilkins coming in. Wilkins puts the right foot into it and off the woodwork. Right off the post, and it comes back. Trying to knock it down is Fortini, but that launch by Monroe towards midfield. There is that Wilkins who is down. There is a Pioneer player down in the 18. As that is indeed Wilkins. We hope that she's all right. You love to see these players play their guts up, but you really don't want to see any of these players injured. As quickly out there, Eve Claire, athletic director, out to check on Wilkins. As Wilkins on her side. We'll hope she's okay. Let's play a quick message from the MHSAA, as we are very grateful for the trainers and what they do, trying to keep all these athletes free from injury if at all possible.
Here are 5 more good reasons for multi-sport participation. Multi-sport athletes are more coachable. They have higher athletic ceilings. They become better talent in the long run. They have higher sports IQs. Their sports skills transfer, and they are better teammates. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Where can you find good information on all kinds of topics related to the well-being of our student athletes? Check out the health and safety page of the MHSAA website. Learn about multi-sport participation, heat and hydration, cardiovascular resources, as well as insurance benefits available for our students. It's all on the health and safety page of MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Wilkins has helped off towards the locker room again. We are very, very grateful for the amazing trainers here, and we'll keep our fingers crossed. Hopefully Wilkins will be all right. 0-0 is the score, 0-0 here at Hallway Field. As they're going to drop the ball right, towards the near wing in the attacking third for Pioneer, but Monroe right by that ball. 24:55 left to go here in the second. Try and see. I think that's probably Willis. No, excuse me. That's going to be Charnook. Closest to it. Charnook launches it down towards midfield. Anderson pops it up. Headed over by Borsdorf. Ortega races over to get it. Ortega has it just over midfield. Ortega heads towards the far side. Now dribbles towards the center of the pitch. Over to McEwen. McEwen rolls it. Then tipped back. Trying to feed it ahead back over there as that was a Sandstrom firing it ahead, but a whistle and offside. That ball will go back to Monroe. 24 minutes, 26 seconds left to go. Now, again, that's going to be Charnook, who puts the right foot into it, volleys it down towards the defensive third for Pioneer. That chipped ahead. Fortini looking to get it. Now Borsdorf heads it over midfield. Played down, Borsdorf. On the near wing, Borsdorf trying to dribble away from trouble from Monroe. That tipped ahead, battling back there is Flat. Moved ahead. Now racing with it, coming ahead with it is Lechner. Lechner into the attacking third for Monroe. Lechner, that knocked away by McEwen. Moved over by Jones, and now that launched all the way towards midfield. Battle for it is Rink's trying to get to it, battling with Flat there. Rink right at midfield. Sends it onto the far side. That picked up by Monroe. Launching ahead. Ryu has it down the far side of the pitch. Volleyed the other direction right towards midfield. Played down there by Willis. Willis for Monroe. Lofts it. Trying to get it ahead to Eschenbroder. That rolls and out the near touchline. That is going to be Monroe's ball. Anderson. Or Eschenbroder, excuse me. With the throw-in on the near touchline. Eschenbroder launches it. That chipped ahead back over there by McVicker. Played down. Racing over trying to get to it is Fyan. Fyan up the far touchline. Fyan over to Rink. Rink. Battle for it right at midfield. Rink that fired out by Ryu. Launched back. Played down. Chipped. Now launched ahead. Grabbing it there, trying to feed it is Charnook. That pulled away, is fired and off the crossbar. That is going to turn into a corner for Pioneer.
Pioneer corner.
Trying to see who is taking that. I believe that's Rink again. Indeed, it is Rink taking the corner there. So Rink gets it set up. Set piece from the other side this time. Rink raises both hands, wastes no time. Arcs it across. That headed is pulled down, trying to get to it. Fired over is trying to work with it down there. Sandstrom, that comes up the near touchline and out the near touchline. Anderson with the throw-in over to Borsdorf. Borsdorf trying to get it across the pitch. Borsdorf heads up towards the top of the attacking third. Now over to Fortini. Fortini heads up the middle of the pitch. Fortini has that knocked away. Ball all the way down on the far touchline as Hayden trying to get to it. That rolls out. Quick throw in. Fired ahead. Borsdorf trying to get to it. Now Monroe sending it back towards midfield. Played down. Moved over by Hayden. Now Fortini over to Borsdorf. Borsdorf right on the edge of the middle third. Gets it right on the far touchline. That will go out. Fyan battling for it and just couldn't keep it in the far touchline. Great effort. Now Reed to throw in the ball on the far touchline. Trying to work with it, send it ahead. Over there is Jones. Stolen away. Fortini fires it. Sandstrom racing over, but Younglove picks it up first. Younglove on the edge of the 18. 20 minutes, 28 seconds here in the first. That headed up by McVicker. Played. Trying to get ahead. Gubini had it. And picked up the other direction by Jones. Jones sends it all the way into the attacking third, racing back to get to it. Moved over to Anderson. Anderson up the near side of the pitch, up the near touchline. Anderson into the middle third. That off of a Monroe player. That will be a throw-in on the near touchline for Pioneers. We go under the 20-minute mark. Now 19:52 left to go here in the first. Anderson ready. She lofts it in. Fired the other direction. Knocked ahead by Mercero. McVicker has it on the far wing. McVicker stops. Feeds it over to McEwen. McEwen right up the middle of the pitch. McEwen now sends it over onto the near wing. Racing ahead. Sandstrom trying to get back behind. Sandstrom battling Mercero. Sandstrom trying to get into the 18, and Younglove dives down to stop it. Younglove comes out to the edge of the 18. Younglove arcs it up the pitch. Anderson stops, heads it forward. Played down by Jones. Jones over onto the near touchline. Gathered up, volleyed ahead by Eschenroder, knocked right back towards midfield. Borsdorf with it. Borsdorf trying to get around Eschenroder. Eschenroder dispossesses her. Eschenroder fires it right towards the middle. Good job playing it down, trying to feed it ahead by Hayden. Up ahead, trying to get to it. As Wilkins back in there, very glad to see that. Ball quickly ahead, over to Fortini. Fortini comes towards the middle of the pitch, right over midfield. Fortini and trying to move it. That knocked right by Monroe back. Gathered up by McEwen. McEwen trying to move it, trying to get it past McMahon. Now on the far side of the pitch. That volleyed all the way towards Borsdorf into the far corner. Borsdorf with the cross. That picked up by Younglove. Younglove out to the edge of the 18. 18 minutes, 4 seconds left to go here in the first. Ball played down. Center of the pitch. Picked up by Monroe. Monroe launches it over. Gathered up by Eschenroder. Eschenroder coming down the near wing. And knocked down by McVicker. Now McEwen over to Anderson. Anderson up the near touchline. That out, and that will be out off a Pioneer. That'll be a throw-in as Marcero has it on the near touchline. Knocked down, right back out the near touchline. Marcero again with the throw-in. Marcero trying to get it over to Lechner. Lechner trying to go across. That knocked away by McEwen. Played down right in the middle third. Launched ahead over there by Reed. Now Pioneer has it. Trying to move ahead. Sandstrom. Sandstrom feeds it down the near touchline. Racing to get ahead is Borsdorf. Borsdorf has it on the near touchline. Borsdorf kicked out the near touchline. That was sent out by Charnook. Some substitutions happening for Pioneer. Borsdorf coming off. Trying to see, is that, I think that's Burke in. Wernemont with the throw-in on the near touchline. Wernemont trying to get it in as that's popped up as Gubini had it. That'll go out the near touchline off of Eschenroder. Wernemont again with a throw-in that popped up high by Sandstrom into the 18 as Younglove loses it. Shot there and covered up as an excellent opportunity for Fulcher, but Younglove really able to get back to her feet and dive over and stop that. Really good reaction speed by Younglove. Moving ahead, knocked away by Fortini. Back over to Marion. Marion to McEwen. McEwen right at midfield. McEwen brings it ahead for Pioneer. Over to Fortini, right inside the attacking third. Trying to get it to Gubini. That knocked away. Coming in with it. Wilkins with a shot and a goal! Wilkins opens the scoring for Pioneer. 10.
Number 10, Sadie Wilkins.
So that's a goal by Pioneer. Wilkins puts it in. That at 15-28.
Goal by Wilkins at 1:05:28 of the first half.
Great setup and great job by Wilkins to stick with it and send it home. Starting things off, Monroe fires it over midfield, played down by Marion. Marion trying to get it around Lechner. Played back, now McEwen all the way ahead. Sandstrom launching it. Wilkins trying to run back, is over to get it. And it's sent all the way out the near touchline by Reed. That'll be a throw-in by Wernemont. Trying to get it over to Burke. Burke looking to get to it. Is that out the near touchline? It's again going to be a throw-in for Pioneer. Wernemont right on that near touchline trying to get it over. Popped up high by Sandstrom into the 18. Fulcher trying to get to it, but it gets out the end line before Fulcher can get to it. That is going to be a goal kick from the 6 there, as it looks like Willis is going to take that. Willis. Oh, she'll get a new ball. Willis set at 14-14. Pioneer up 1-0. That ball rolled over onto the far wing, controlled there, sent up the far touchline. Battle for it there is Fian trying to pull away. Fian down onto the ground. Flag up. See, that's Marion with it. Marion steps back. Just inside the far touchline in the attacking third. Good, dangerous position for a kick here. Right hand raised. Marion lofts it across the 18. Younglove really in traffic, getting her hands on it. Younglove arcs it up the pitch. That goes right over Lechner's head. Lechner has it. Lechner coming up the pitch. Lechner, good challenge, but Lechner trying to get past it. And a double team back there. That ball all the way to the end line. Stop there. And bringing it ahead. Launched by Fortini. Sandstrom trying to get to it. Now that over Burke. Right up the near touchline. Wernemont gets it over to Sandstrom. Sandstrom chips it back to Burke. Burke right over midfield. Burke launches it back behind the defense. Burke now trying to get to it is Wilkins. Wilkins has it on the edge of the 18. Wilkins fires and in! Wilkins with her second goal, and she has a brace. At 12:43. Pioneer goes up 2-0. And at 12:43, Wilkins with the brace. Pioneer up 2-0 here in the first half. Lechner right at the center circle looking to get things going for Monroe. Lechner, right leg back over to Jones. Jones sends it up the near side of the pitch. Stopped there by McEwen. McEwen ahead to Burke. Burke trying to get through traffic. Moves it ahead. Grab now. Gubini trying to get past that. That's sent right into the 18. Sent ahead by Younglove up the far side of the pitch. Knocked down there by Marion. Marion sends it up the far touchline. Over to Fulcher. Fulcher trying to steal it back away. Now Gubini. Gubini puts it into the far corner. Coming over. Trying to get to it. As that just out the end line. Trying to set up the cross and had just a little too much zip on it. Got out the end line, and that will be a kick from the 6 from Monroe. And it looks like Wilkins will take that. Or Willis, excuse me. Willis will take it. Forgive me. 11:48 left to go. Here in the first. 2-0. Pioneer with the lead. Willis raises the right hand. Sends it down the near side of the pitch. That headed up by Eschenbroder. Now Burke heads it back towards the center of the pitch. That is going to be out. Pioneer's ball on the near touchline. Wernemont will loft it in. Trying to pop it high. Sandstrom over Fulcher. Trying to chase it into the far corner. Fulcher back there battling with Flat. Fulcher. That will go out the end line. That is going to be a goal kick. Valiant attempt by Fulcher, but the Monroe defense just wouldn't let her turn on it. So that'll be a kick from the 6 by Willis. 10:55 left to go here in the first. As we are approaching the three-quarter mark of the first half. And Willis sends it down the far side of the pitch, popped up high. Wernemount trying to get to it. Wernemount trying to turn on it. That pop forward by Eschenroder. Now Fortini has it right on the center of the pitch. Fortini had to Burke. Burke trying to get past the pair of players as coming in Sandstrom, but that's offside. That ball will come back towards the edge of the defensive third for Monroe. Willis back to give it the boot. Low line drive kick. Intercepted, moved over Sandstrom. Her pass popped up high as that'll come down the near touchline. Eschenroder trying to move it back. Burke trying to get past contact. That fired ahead by Mercero. Right at midfield. McEwen back over. That's grabbed and launched all the way down there by Shemke. Ball over on the far side. Marion trying to launch it ahead. Wilkins trying to get to it, but Young Love grabs it up first. Young Love, the edge of the 18. Lifts it down into the middle third. Eschenroder with it there. Eschenroder trying to battle with Wernemount. Now Sandstrom trying to get it past. Sandstrom inside the 18. Sandstrom looking for a cross. Sandstrom trying to chip away. Fired, and Young Love grabs it. Wilkins was right there looking for the hat trick, but Young Love grabs that away, and at 9:12, Young Love will send it down the pitch. Arcing ahead, played down by Marion, over to Burke. Burke chipping it, and trying to play it down over there. It's Gubini. Gubini has that knocked. Headed the other direction is Jones, taken away by Fortini. Fortini fires it ahead. That grab by Wilkins. Wilkins trying to turn on it, putting it into the far corner. Racing ahead with it. Fulcher just couldn't get to it. She was racing down max speed and just inches away from it. Now go out the far touchline. Marion with it on the far touchline. 8:28 left to go here in the first. 2-0. Pioneer up. Another substitution as Fortini comes off, and that ball over. Wilkins sends it into the far corner, and that just out the end line. And Sporsdorf back in for Pioneer. Let's get the ball over by the locker room. 8 minutes left to go here in the first half. Willis gets it set from the 6. There's the whistle. They're holding off. Another substitution. Wilkins goes off as Fine comes in. Fine with those wonderful pink boots. Make it a little easier to tell who that is. All the way down on the far touchline. Trying to bring it ahead. Battle for it as that was Stamper with it on the far touchline. That'll go out. That'll be a throw-in by Monroe. As that's picked up by Flat. Flat on the far touchline, lofts it in. That headed up by Marion. Now Gubini trying to fire it. That headed right back. Gubini down trying to get it over to Fine. That lofted down. Fired a head back over there by Flat. Chip now trying to get to it. McEwen on that far touchline. Good battle with it. Sent all the way back as Shemke has it in her own defensive third. Shemke over to Leonard. Leonard in the 18. Leonard back over. Shemke brings it ahead. Shemke, 2 players in front, gets it over to Gubini. Gubini fires it all the way down the far touchline. Racing to get it is Fine, but Willis sends it back into the 18. Young Love with it there, trying to avoid pressure by Fine. That ball right on the far touchline. Sending it ahead. Marion trying to steal that away, battling with Stamper there. Sends it back towards midfield. Shemke launches it down the pitch. Now trying to turn on it. Sandstrom trying to move it over. Wernham out on the near side of the pitch. Trying to fire it over to Fulcher. That ball down. Centering attempt. Controlled by Monroe as they fire it ahead. Stopped by Borsdorf. Borsdorf chips it over. Grabbed by Gubini. Gubini feeds it. Stolen away. Good job by Flack to come the other direction for Monroe. Marriott intercepts that pass and fires it right back down the far touchline. Trying to get to it is Fyan. That goes out the far touchline. Throw in for Pioneer. 5:35 left to go here in the first. 2-0 Pioneer with the lead. Marion with the throw inbounds. That's right out the far touchline, and that'll be Monroe's ball. They'll have it on the far touchline. Flat again. Launches it all the way down the near touchline. Throw in by Marion. Marion right in front of the Monroe bench. Play down. Sandstrom trying to feed it all the way down the far end, and that'll go out the end line. That'll be another goal kick for Monroe. 4:50 left to go here in the first. Young Love gets it over to Willis. Willis comes over to the near side of the 6. Willis has it set down there. Willis moving it down. Wernham trying to get to it. That headed back by McVicker. Here comes Wernham out. Wernham out trying to stop. Moves it over to Burke. Burke trying to get past traffic. Burke dispossessed there. Coming over. Good job to pull that away by Fulcher, but gathered up in the defensive third. Fulcher still trying to provide pressure. Knocked away by Wernham out. Now that blasted back towards the middle third. Grabbed there by Fyan. Fyan down the far wing. Fyan trying to get it over to Burke. Burke trying to get a shot away. Now over to Sandstrom. Sandstrom launches it, and that just goes to the far side of the far post. 3:50 left to go here in the first. 2-0 Pioneer with the lead. And that'll be a kick from the 6 by Willis. Rolled over onto the far wing. Launched ahead, played down over there, trying to work her way through traffic. Gubini moves it over. Marion had it. Now here comes Borsdorf. Borsdorf launches it. And in! Borsdorf with the goal! Long shot from the far wing, and she finds the back of the net.
Goal 3:16 in the first half. That's goal by Borsdorf at 3:16 for the first half.
3-0 Pioneer with the lead. They want to close out this half strong. Lechner moves it back. Now firing it right back to Lechner. Lechner trying to come ahead the far wing with it. Borsdorf looking to challenge. Lechner comes past that. Lechner moves it to the edge of the 18. That fired all the way down onto the far touchline. Now brought ahead by Fyan. Fyan trying to rip it down the far touchline to get to Sandstrom. Battle for right at midfield. Now Sandstrom trying to get back past the defense, but offside the call. 2:46 left to go here in the first. 3-0 Pioneer with the lead. Monroe will get things going just inside the middle third, just outside of their defensive third. Willis again raises the right hand. Right foot into it. That launch down towards the defensive third for Pioneer. Trying to knock that away on the far touchline. Fyan trying to get it over to Gubini. Controlled by Flat. Flat trying to move it ahead. That chipped over to Burke. Burke over midfield. Burke trying to get past a pair of defenders. Burke trying to fire it ahead. Burke racing back past the defense. Burke into the 18. Shot at a goal. Burke puts another one in before halftime. Number 0, Burke.
Pioneer will go to number 0, Molly Burke.
And at 2:03, 4-0, Pioneer with the lead. It's a good job by Burke. Had Fulcher to her left, but managed to keep in front of that and just tuck it in that near post. Moved back over by Lechner, now launched all the way back. Under 2 minutes left to go. Popped ahead. Monroe would love to get a goal in before halftime. Pioneer wants to keep this momentum going. Flat with the throw-in on the far touchline. Into the attacking third. Popped up by Borsdorf. Borsdorf trying to turn on it. Now that launched. Popped by Shemke, but that'll go out the far touchline. Throw-in by Monroe. Now Marion over to Shemke. Shemke in the 18. Lifts it ahead. That headed back over by Dykeman. And lifted up into the 18. Loose, and Leonard trying to get to it. That shot and in, as that is going to be a goal by Monroe. Trying to get the number. Still trying to get, I think that is 8, but let me, as soon as I get the back of her kit here. Still looking, still looking. That is 8, indeed. So that was a goal by Lechner.
Goal, goal number 8, Riley Lechner. Now the goal 111 was the first half. That's goal by Lechner at 1-1-1 of the first half.
So able to answer back under a minute from Pioneer's last goal. Monroe gets on the board. That's sent down the far side of the pitch. Borsdorf with it. Borsdorf moves it ahead. Now racing down the far wing. Coming ahead with it. Here comes Sandstrom. Sandstrom. Shot and a goal! Sandstrom answers back.
Pioneer goal scored by number 13, Millie Sandstrom. From the goal, 51 seconds of the first half. That's goal by Sandstrom at 0-5-1.
20 seconds later, Sandstrom breaks off and able to put it in. Pioneer with a 5-1 lead in this game. Back, controlled by Monroe. 48 seconds left to go. That's ahead. Here comes Pioneer trying to work away around his Sandstrom. Played back over. Still trying to get to it now over on the near touchline. Picked up by Fulcher. Fulcher, who's only a freshman, battling there. And sent back over to Borsdorf. Borsdorf launches it down the pitch. I'll go back into the 18 as Younglove has it there. Younglove taking her time. 20 seconds left to go. Younglove sends it towards the middle third. Burke with it. Burke, who has a goal this game. Burke, fantastic keeper in her own right. Wernemount moves it over. Grabbed by Fulcher. Fulcher gets it back over. Burke fires it. And a goal! No, nope, sorry. Hit the post. Oh, I thought that was a goal, but it hit the post. That will do it as Burke almost had a brace. At the end of one, it was Pioneer 5 and Monroe 1. We'll step away, play a few messages from the MHSAA, and we will be back.
Our games are not about winning and losses.
Here are 5 more good reasons for multi-sport participation. Multi-sport athletes are more coachable. They have higher athletic ceilings. They become better talent in the long run. They have higher sports IQs. Their sport skills transfer, and they are better teammates. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Here are 5 good reasons for high school multi-sport participation. Fewer overuse injuries, less opportunity for emotional burnout, exposure to different kids and coaches, exposure to different roles, and learning to compete better. Being a multi-sport participant can help a kid become a more well-rounded person. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
And don't forget, this Saturday is the Pioneer Booster Bash. That's going to be at Germain Audi. Check that out. There's information at the main Pioneer website. That would be pioneerathletics.net. Pioneerathletics.com takes you to the sports equipment maker. So pioneerathletics.net to come and support the Booster Club, who helps to support all of the wonderful Pioneer teams out here. It's going to be a wonderful evening. I'm not going to be able to be there. I'll be here with AFC Ann Arbor, but my wife supporting Arbor Broadcasting there, she'll be there. And she's excited to go and check that out. 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. at Germain Audi of Ann Arbor. Food, beverages, music, and more. Student athletes, coaches, facilities. Look forward to seeing folks from the athletic community, both past and present. Check that out. Pioneer Booster Bash. That is going to be this Saturday from 7 to 11.
The love of the game draws us to sports as players, coaches, spectators, and officials. For officials, it's a way to stay in the game they once played, to feel the thrill of putting on the uniform, stepping out of the playing surface, hustling to make the call, and building the relationships which can only be built in sports. If you still have that love for the game, we always need new officials. Register now at MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Have we gotten to the point where at some high school game that an official has finally had enough from coaches, players, and adults, pulls off the whistle, and offers it to you? Let's hope not. There's no way you could do a better job. It's on everyone to promote good sportsmanship. So before you blurt something out about that next close call, consider this. Without the officials, nobody wins. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Sportsmanship has never been more important between the lines in athletics and outside those lines in our communities. To listen, to respect, to understand, to practice common decency, to have competition without contentiousness. Sportsmanlike qualities are essential components of life itself. Let's all work together to not only be good sports, but good people. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Can you go anywhere and find an endeavor in society where we've come to accept and tolerate an adult, and even kids, treating another adult the way we allow spectators, coaches, and players to treat a high school game official? Can you? No one has the right to abuse game officials. So before you blurt something out about that next close call, consider this. Without the officials, nobody wins. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Health concerns in high school sports go beyond physical injuries. The mental well-being of our young people is a hotter topic than ever before. The Michigan High School Athletic Association website has resources to help adults and students recognize potential problems and deal with them in a positive way. You can learn more about these mental health resources on the Health and Safety page of the MHSAA website. A message from the MHSAA promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Nearly 2,000 of the state's top student athletes will be recognized for excelling academically and in school activities through the MHSAA's Scholar Athlete Award, underwritten by Farm Bureau Insurance. The applicants will be in the running for a total of 32 $1,000 college scholarships. Application materials are available exclusively online through the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
As we are back here at Hallway Field, where we are counting down the remaining seconds here on the halftime, as it is 5-1 Pioneer with the lead here at Hallway Field versus fellow SEC Red team Monroe. Pioneer 3 wins, 3 losses, 2 draws. Monroe 7 wins, 4 losses. Pioneer with the 4-goal lead here. They're going to look to try and capitalize and keep the pedal to the metal here. Monroe looking for an epic comeback in this second half. 40 minutes up on the clock as we're getting ready to go. We appreciate you joining us. Thank you for watching wherever you are at, whichever team you're rooting for. Thank you very much for supporting these amazing athletes. Game time temperature starting in at the second half, still 66 degrees. So very nice day out here. As the home stands are in the shadow of the press box, as the press box slowly reaches towards midfield in that shadow. Pioneer will be going from left to right here in the second half.
Is being broadcast live on HarborBroadcasting.com with play-by-play announcer Mark Wiseman. So tune in to HarborBroadcasting.com if you wish to see it.
Young Love heading down towards our right. Heading down towards the left. That looks like it's going to be Daly in the net for Pioneer now in the second half. This ball set right at middle of the center circle by Lechner. That does indeed look like it's still Young Love in net for Monroe. Trojans control as they fire it all the way down the near side of the pitch. That played down by Hayden. Hayden moves it over. Now McEwen. McEwen stops. McEwen kind of get past traffic. Back over there. Knocked away by Lechner, the lone goal scorer for Monroe. Throw in by Monroe on that far touchline. Headed by McVicker. Over to Borsdorf. Borsdorf moves ahead to Fortini. Fortini heads up the center of the pitch. Fortini trying to move it down. Then knocked away by Reed. Reed the other direction by Monroe. Reed sends it down the near side of the pitch. That out the near touch line. Fyan doing a valiant attempt to try and knock it away, but that goes out as Reed will throw it from the near touch line. Reed launches it. That popped up right back out as that'll actually go into the stands. It's one of the nice Monroe families are going to try and get to that now. Photographer will come in and get it. There we go. Set up Reed. Lofts it in. Moved over by Stamper. Back to Reed. Reed lofts it towards the center of the pitch. Knocked away right into the middle third. Wilkins has it. Wilkins coming up the far side of the pitch. Wilkins moves it ahead. Now here comes Ortega. Ortega launches it. Rink trying to get to it down the far wing. Rink looking for a cross. Rink trying to get past into the 18 as that's plucked up by Younglove. 38-25 left to go here in the second. 5-1 Pioneer with the lead. Launched ahead by Younglove, headed by Fortini over onto the near wing. Fyan plays it down over to Rink, back to Fyan. It knocked all the way out the near touchline. Good defensive play back over there by Reed. Now Hayden with the throw in. Over to Rink. Rink trying to battle with it out the near touchline. That's going to be Monroe ball. Reed on the near touchline to throw in. Reed looks up the pitch. Reed. And sent towards midfield. McVicker trying to play it down again out the near touchline. Now headed up. That'll go out as McVicker headed it. And it'll be Jones throwing it in from the near touchline. Laid down, trying to move it at is McMahon. Lofted high by Jones. Headed over by Anderson. Anderson trying to move it up. Grabbed over there by Charnook. Charnook. Ortega trying to turn on it. Gets it down the far touchline. Here comes Wilkins. Wilkins chips it ahead. That rolling into the 18. And that'll be gathered up. Fortini providing big-time pressure. That is going to be a free kick from within the 18 by Monroe. 36-37 left to go here in the second. Borsdorf trying to get around traffic. Pioneer up 5-1. Intercepted, heading the other direction by Reed. Reed lofts it ahead, trying to get it to Stamper, but a whistle. Borsdorf ended up down on the pitch. That will be a kick by Eschenroder, just inside the middle third. Eschenroder. Excuse me, that's Lechner. All the way back. Popped up. Trying to turn on it. Blasting it ahead. Ortega played down there by Reed. Rink sends it to Pye. Over to Fyan. That is going to be offside. Monroe will take it just inside their defensive third as they'll kick it away. Willis over for that kick. Willis raises the right hand, puts the right foot into it. Low line drive kick. Played down by Borsdorf. Borsdorf arcs it ahead. Rink tips it. Now racing ahead. Fyan trying to get to it. Fyan gets it before it goes out the near touchline. There's a cross, and that plucked up. Grabbed by Younglove. Younglove comes out towards the edge of the 18. 35 minutes, 15 seconds left to go here in the second. 5-1 Pioneer with the lead. Borsdorf trying to send it over. Lechner has it right at center. Now Lechner chasing as Ortega tried to chip it in along the far line, as that's going to be a foul, and Monroe will kick it away just on their own side of midfield. Charnook with it there. Charnook gets about 4 yards back, raises the right hand, waits for Avenue to get set down the pitch. Charnook high, right into the defensive third for Pioneer. Now, over midfield, trying to get it over to Rink. That intercepted by Charnook. Fortini trying to get to it back. Now that tip by Rink. Charnook gathers it up on the far touchline. Charnook into the middle third. Charnook blasts it down the far side of the pitch. Racing over. Lechner trying to get to it. Lechner coming into the 18. That knocked away by McEwen. That'll go off the end line. That will be a corner for Monroe.
Monroe corner.
It looks like that's going to be number 8, Lechner, who's going to take that corner.
Number 8, Riley Lechner with the attempt.
Lechner set up for this set piece. Raises the right hand. Right foot into it, headed up by Hayden, popped up by Ortega, still loose in the 18. That's McVicker trying to fire it away, still in the 18. Now played over to Fyan. Fyan launches it all the way down the pitch. Picked up by Rink. Rink on the near touchline. Rink blasted ahead to Borsdorf. Borsdorf corralling it right before center. Borsdorf launches it ahead. Here comes Wilkins. Wilkins gets past the defense. Wilkins racing into the 18. Wilkins coming in. Wilkins with the right foot and a save by Younglove. Oh, a blast by Wilkins, and Younglove got the better of it as Ortega trying to flip it over to Fortini. Fortini, top of the attacking third. Over to Borsdorf. Borsdorf now down the near side of the pitch. Over to Fyan, and that will be offside. 32-50 left to go here in the second. 5-1 Pioneer with the lead. As that ball comes over, they'll get it set. Just on the edge of the 18. They'll blast it away from there. All ready for, I believe that's Eschenroder. Eschenroder. Right foot into it. That down. Played down by Borsdorf, and that deflects out the near touchline. Stamper with it there. Stamper lofts it in the near touchline. That headed down by McVicker. Over to McEwen. McEwen up the center of the pitch. Lofts it down onto the far wing. Knocked down right back over to Ortega. Ortega trying to get past traffic. Battling back over there with Mercero. Launched back into the defensive third for Pioneer. Big pressure coming from Stamper, as there is a collision and a whistle. Looks like it's going to be a free kick for Monroe in a spot of menace. It's a good opportunity for Monroe. Pioneers going to hope for a big defensive effort here as Jones gets set. Three-person wall for Pioneer. Arced ahead. Knocked down and grabbed. Excellent job by Daly to pick that out of midair. It was a beautiful hit by Jones, and Daly able to corral it. Comes out to the edge of the 18. Daly pops it up high. That played down. Fortini trying to fire it ahead. Grab by Rink. Rink over onto the near wing. Rink trying to move it over to Hayden. Rink has it, trying to battle back over there with Reed. Now Borsdorf back into the defensive third. McEwen trying to get away. Monroe showing a lot more possession in the Pioneer defensive third at the beginning of this second half. Played down, grabbed by Borsdorf. Borsdorf moves it over onto the far touchline. That fired ahead. Here comes Borsdorf. Borsdorf moves it over to Wilkins. Wilkins gets it back into the middle third. Borsdorf launches it. Rink trying to get to it. Rink coming down the far wing. Rink moving over. Rink. Pioneer trying to make sure they stay onside. Rink with a cross that knocked down, gathered up by Younglove. Younglove in the 18 as we approach 30 minutes and 10 seconds left to go here in the second. Younglove arcs it down, rolls right over midfield. Hayden trying to feed it right back for the Pioneer attack. That's sent out the near touchline. It'll be a throw in by Pioneer as Hayden comes over to handle the ball on the near touchline. Hayden right over to Fyan. Fyan with the cross. That popped up. Borsdorf retreats back into the middle third to get it. Borsdorf trying to avoid pressure back over there by Stamper. Gets it over to Fyan. Fyan all the way across. Grabbed by Borsdorf. Borsdorf chips it ahead. Here comes Fortini. Fortini trying to get past contact, but dispossessed. Fired the other direction by Charnook. Right towards Lechner. Lechner feeds it down the far wing. Here comes Monroe racing ahead with it. Good job by McEwen to knock it away. McEwen down the far touchline. Gathered up by Wilkins, just shy of midfield. Wilkins trying to move it ahead to Rink. That knocked away by Charnook. Charnook moves it all the way down, but a whistle and 28:57 left to go here in the second. 5-1 Pioneer with the lead. Charnook, the free kick just on her own side of midfield. Everyone heads a little bit further down the pitch. And down, trying to turn on him. Monroe sent right back. Borsdorf, as that's popped up high by Fyan. Now down onto the far wing. Here comes Wilkins. Wilkins corrals it on the far wing. Wilkins trying to move over to Ortega. Now picked up by Rink. Rink looking for a cross. Fired, knocked away, but there's, Fortini gets it as that was punched away by Younglove. And Fortini with a blast, and that just off to the far side and just a little high. Just missed that far pole. Good opportunity for Pioneer. Good job by Younglove inside the 18. Moved over onto the far wing. Monroe trying to get it out of their own defensive third. That popped up high. Now moved over by McMahon. Loose. Volleyed all the way back towards midfield. Played down over to Hayden. Hayden has it right at midfield. Hayden moves it down over to Fortini. That goes out the near touchline. That will be Monroe's ball. Now Hayden McVicker pops it up high. Here comes Borsdorf. Borsdorf trying to battle, dispossessed by Jones. That's going to be a free kick by Jones. Jones quickly gets it going, but a whistle, and I think they wanted her to stop a little bit longer. 27-14. That's going to be Willis who's going to take that. And just on the Monroe side of midfield, everyone heads down towards the Pioneer defensive third. Willis moves it down. That knocked by McEwen. Back over, trying to get to it on the far wing. Monroe sends it back over to Marcero. And launched and out the far touchline. Marcero with the throw in on the far touchline. Launched ahead. Now over Fyan, trying to get to it. Then chip back over. Launched by Reed as that will be lofted all the way down the pitch. Now McVicker trying to knock it over. Sent towards center by Stamper. Moved over. Chipped by McEwen all the way back into the middle third. Number 22 for Monroe has it. I don't have them on my roster. That will go out the end line. And Daly will have a goal kick. 26 minutes, 9 seconds left to go here. In the second, Pioneer up 5-1. As Swalters, perfect. Played over onto the near wing. Pioneer trying to feed it into the middle. Third, Borsdorf gets it ahead. Played down there by Reed. Reed gets it going the other direction. That'll roll all the way down and out the end line. That'll go back. Daly will take it, gets it set. It's set on the 6 for a goal kick. And just rolls it over onto the near wing. McVicker moves it ahead. Now Borsdorf back, and that goes out the near touchline. That's going to be a throw-in by Monroe into the attacking third by Monroe. So they have the ball in a bit of spot of menace. Stamper with the throw-in, lofted, played down into the middle third, and trying to turn on it, grabbed by Fyan. Fyan gets it over. That launched ahead by Gubini, picking up, coming down is Wilkins. Wilkins, but offside, the call. 24 minutes, 38 seconds left to go here in the second, 5-1. Pioneer with the lead. That ball should come back onto the Monroe side of midfield. So they'll kick it from there, about 10 yards on their own side of midfield. So again, that ball sent down into the defensive third for Pioneer. Hayden watches that, turns on it, and fires it out the end line. It's going to be a corner kick for Monroe.
Monroe corner.
Trying to get the number. I believe that's number 7. That's going to be Jones.
Jocelyn Jones.
And we'll go all the way out the end line. That will end up with a goal kick by Daly. (23 minutes, 35 seconds left to go here in the second. Rolled over onto the far wing, brought ahead by McEwen. McEwen over to Gubini. Now Anderson sends it up the far touchline over to Wilkins. Wilkins. That's sent out the far touchline. There'll be a throw-in by Anderson. Just on the Pioneer side of midfield. Lofted ahead. Rink trying to get to it. Sent by Monroe. Knocked down. Grabbed. Wilkins sends it back over to McEwen. Now up that far touchline. Launched all the way down. It's a foot race, racing back, trying to get to it as Younglove gets to it before Wilkins can. Wilkins put on a burst of speed, but Younglove able to get there first. 22:45 left to go here in the second. Younglove, the edge of the 18. Fortini knocks it down and played over. Controlled, trying to spin on it is Willis. Willis turns, sends it down the pitch. Now trying to knock it away is Anderson. And all the way back on the far touchline, sent over to Charnook. Charnook, right towards midfield. Again, McEwen sends it. That'll go up into the visitor stands. Quick throw in by Monroe. Borsdorf trying to chase it down. Now McEwen trying to avoid heavy pressure. That grab coming away with it, 2-on-1. Beautiful job by Hayden to stop that pressure and fire it off the far touchline. Eschenroder quickly there for the throw-in. Eschenroder will leave it there as that will be Marcero with the throw-in. Marcero gets it in along the end line. That's sent down into the 18. Plucked up by Daly there. Lechner was right in front. Good nerves of steel by Daly to go and grab that. Daly arcs it down the pitch, right to midfield. Now that's sent the other direction by Reed. Played down by Hayden. Hayden trying to get it over. Now Gubini back over to Borsdorf. Borsdorf sends it ahead for Hayden. Hayden. And intercepted. Battle for it. Reed trying to get it going the other direction. Now that's sent down the near wing. Stamper trying to pull that away. That'll go out the near touchline. Looks like Hayden will throw it in the near touchline. Hayden gets that over to Fulcher. Fulcher feeds it up the near touchline, but then just outright about at midfield. Monroe will have it there. Reed to throw it in the near touchline. As we are almost halfway through the second. Headed back towards midfield. Played down there by McMahon. McMahon loft over. Popped up high. Racing ahead with it. Trying to get it is Rink. Rink heads it. Rink racing into the 18. And good defense back over there. Solid play. As that was Willis who made that difficult. That's going to be a throw-in for Pioneer. Quickly over to Fulcher. Fulcher stops. Gets it back over. That blasted by Rink, trying to get it into the 18. Launched right back over as we are under the 20-minute mark. 19:50 left to go here in the second. 5-1 Pioneer with the lead. McEwen ahead. That ball coming down the far wing. Gubini trying to get past traffic that she's dispossessed. Moved down the far wing, down the far touchline. Launched ahead by Eschenroder. Played down by Pioneer, right to midfield. Now moved all the way over to Borsdorf. Borsdorf ahead. Here comes Fulcher. Fulcher trying to get it past as offside. Rink trying to perfectly time that and just ends up a hair offside. 19 minutes, 5 seconds left to go here in the second. 5-1 Pioneer with the lead. Reed looking to move the ball. Low line drive kick. Hayden chips it. That back over to McEwen. McEwen lets that go into the 18. Picked up by Daly there. Daly sends that down the pitch. Arcing ball. Picked up there by Jones. Jones feeds it down the far wing. Now McEwen racing over to get it. McEwen. Pressure coming from behind. McEwen lets that go right out the far touchline. That'll be a throw-in for Pioneer. Substitution. Marion comes back on for Pioneer. Replacing, I believe that's McEwen. Knocked down by Monroe, pulled away. Good job moving it ahead. I believe that was Sandstrom. Back over, trying to get to it. Burke, then sent right back by Monroe. Now Hayden intercepts the pass, gets it over to Fulcher. Fulcher up the near wing. Fulcher. She has that knocked away, coming down. Fired ahead by McMahon. Played down. Hayden has it. Hayden fires it. Now coming down the near wing is Burke. Burke trying to feed it ahead. That played ahead. Here comes Sandstrom. Sandstrom looking for a second goal. Sandstrom into the 18. Sandstrom with the cross. That grab by Younglove. Younglove has it at the edge of the 18. 17 minutes, 20 seconds left to go. Here in the second, 5-1, Pioneer with the lead. So far, all the scoring in the first half. Gubini trying to knock that ball away, goes out the far touchline. Now Wernemout with the throw-in on that far touchline as we approach the 17-minute mark. Gubini with it. Gubini over to Shemke, back to Gubini. Gubini trying to move it over for Burke. Burke trying to wake her way through contact and a whistle. $16:40 left to go. That is going to be a kick by Monroe as they have it. About 6-7 yards outside of the 18. Hand raised. Launched all the way down the pitch. Now moved. Pioneer controls. Burke has it right at midfield. Burke. And knocked away. Coming over trying to get to it is Stamper. Stamper moves it decisively down the pitch. Now Shemke moves it over, trying to get it to Gubini. Knocked away back there by Jones. Jones just on the far side of the pitch. Moves it back over to Eschenroder. Eschenroder. And knocked away by Pioneer. Here comes Sandstrom. Sandstrom That popped up high with contact. Now moved back towards midfield. Here comes Pioneer. Launched over onto the near wing, racing over, grabbing it is Hayden. Hayden trying to get back past the defense. Hayden stops, looking for a cross, gets it back over. Fulcher with it. Fulcher into the 18. Fulcher. Tipped back away. Popped up high by Burke. Headed by Wilkins. Well, if it were American football, that would be 3 points, but unfortunately just a little over the crossbar. 15 minutes, 20 seconds left to go here. In the second, 5-1. Pioneer with the lead. I believe that's still Willis looking to kick it away, and it is. That over to Stamper. Stamper up the near wing. Stamper into the middle third. That knocked away. Good battle back there. Just trying to pull that away is Burke. Now, big battle over onto the near wing with Fulcher. That ball right to midfield. Played down. Racing ahead with it. Marion has that knocked away. Back over to Sandstrom. Sandstrom gets it over to Burke. Burke trying to avoid big-time pressure there from McMahon. Gets it back over to Gubini. Over to Burke. Burke trying to find a seam. Burke looking. And top of the 18. Moves it over to Wilkins with a shot. And Younglove with a save. 14:28 left to go here in the second. Younglove again comes out to the edge of the 18. Knocked down by Pioneer. Wernham over onto the far wing. Wilkins trying to get to it, but Chinook, that ahead. Played down. Sent all the way over to Hayden. Hayden has it in midfield. Hayden. That ball. Hayden gets it ahead. Over, trying to get it to Fulcher. Fulcher trying to get around. Battle for it. That pulled away by Reed. Reed sends it out the near touchline. Fulcher quickly gets it over to Hayden. Hayden sends it across the top of the 18. That blasted right back into midfield. McVicker trying to get to it. That headed up high. McVicker back trying to make sure that Monroe doesn't get a big rush. Now Shemke gives it and gets it back. Shemke up the near side of the pitch. Over to Burke. Burke stops. Burke loses an edge, trying to chip that back over, but that grab by Monroe. Ahead to Stamper. Stamper coming just inside the near touchline. Stamper. Good challenge there by McVicker. Knocked down. Burke had it. That pulled away by Jones. Jones sends it all the way down into the far corner. Wernham out in a foot race trying to get there, and that'll get past both her and Eschenroder. So that'll go out the end line. That will be a goal kick for Pioneer with 12 minutes, 56 seconds left to go. Here in the second, 5-1, Pioneer with the lead. Coming up the near wing, McVicker trying to get it ahead to Fulcher. Fulcher tips it, now racing down. Gathered up by Reed. Reed trying to come away with it. Now that pulled away by Burke. Burke moves it over. Launched ahead, trying to get it to Wilkins. Now Burke back over. Shemke gets it right back to Burke. Burke. That launched ahead, lofted down, over. Willis sends it deep into the 18, picked up by Younglove. Well, not picked up, but she kicks it down. Sandstrom trying to intercept that ball onto the far wing. Back over to Gubini. Gubini coming ahead with it, sends it to Sandstrom into the far corner. Sandstrom looking for a cross. That over. Knocked away by Willis. Still in the 18. Now Wilkins trying to send it to the top of the 18 to Burke. That knocked away back over there by McMahon. Ball into the middle third, moved by Hayden, gathered up, racing ahead. Hayden trying to knock that away. Big battle with Lechner there. Lechner draws the whistle. That will be a free kick by Monroe with 11:40 left to go.
Monroe free kick.
Willis will take and blast that ball, and she's about 10 yards on the Pioneer side.
Gabrielle Willis.
Willis raises her right hand. Gets that into the 18, batted down, fired ahead by Hayden, headed back over. Fulcher trying to get to it. Fulcher plays it off the body in a big battle there with McMahon. That ball sent back into the middle third. Played off the body. That's Burke with it. Burke launching it all the way down. Wilkins trying to get to it first. Wilkins back behind the defense. Wilkins looking for a hat trick. Wilkins comes in, fires it, and Wilkins puts it in for the hat trick. Goal, Pioneer.
Sadie Wilkins. Cover goal, 10:57 in the second half. That's goal by Wilkins at 1-0-5-7.
Huge hat trick versus an SEC opponent by Wilkins, and it's 6-1. Pioneer with the lead. All set at the center circle. Back over, launched ahead by Jones, all the way back deep into the Pioneer defensive third. That ball will roll over and outside the 18 and outside the end line. It'll get brought right back over to the 6. Pioneer will kick it from there as looks like Daly will do the duties. Ten minutes, 30 seconds left to go. Ball over to Marion. Up the far side of the pitch, Marion back over to McVicker. McVicker lofts it into the middle third. Fulcher looking for it. Now Borsdorf has it. Borsdorf turns on it. Now up the near wing. Hayden over to Fulcher. Fulcher trying to avoid pressure by Reed. Fulcher has that knocked away. Reed is down, holding her left knee. She went to make a cut and ended up down on the pitch. As she is helped up by Jones. We hope she's all right. As Reed is walking it off. She looks like she'll be all right. We keep our fingers crossed. The official is going to go over a check with her. She does a little bit of jogging, and looks like they're going to substitute Reed off. So Reed goes off. Coming in is going to be Flat, number 24.
Now entering the game, number 24, coming Flat.
It's Willis again will take the drop ball. Willis chips it ahead, played down, trying to move it over. Marion gets it over onto the far wing now, brought ahead. Here comes Pioneer. Sandstrom trying to get past the defense. Sandstrom racing over into the 18, cuts it across. Shot by Borsdorf, saved by Younglove. Good pass by Sandstrom and a beautiful save by Younglove. Keeps it 6-1. Pioneer with the lead as we are under the 10-minute mark, 3/4 of this second half gone. 9 minutes, 35 seconds. Pioneer controls, moves it ahead. Coming over is Burke. Burke dribbles to her left, chips it ahead. Now coming in Sandstrom. Sandstrom, oh, that just got a little in front of her. Picked up by Younglove. She was trying to keep that ball away from 2 defenders and just enough room for Younglove to get in there. Brilliant attempt. 9 minutes, 10 seconds left to go. Ball towards midfield. Wernermount races back. Now Marion has it on the far wing. Marion sends it over. Daly has it. Daly over to Hayden. Hayden up the middle of the pitch. Hayden past a couple defenders. Now Shemke over to Burke. Burke trying to dribble through traffic. Burke down onto the near wing to Hayden. Hayden flips that over. A little stumble by her pass recipient. That over. Rocketed back by Chinook. That'll be all the way back into the Pioneer defensive third. Marion over to get it. That will go out. Hope Marion will grab it before it goes out the far touchline. A big battle back over there trying to get it away from Eschenroder. Now that moved ahead. Gubini trying to get away from trouble. Fulcher chips it ahead. Now Borsdorf trying to get to it before Chinook coming in. Here comes Pioneer. Sandstrom gets back to the end of defense. Sandstrom with a shot and a save by Younglove. 8 minutes left to go here in the second. 6-1, Pioneer with the lead. Ball right to center, moved ahead. Burke trying to get it over. Now ahead, Gubini trying to get it over to Fulcher. Fulcher offside the call. Willis set to send this one down the pitch. Chipped up high by McVicker, played down by Fulcher. Stolen away, coming ahead with it. That launched ahead by McMahon. Played back right towards midfield. Now Gubini ahead to Burke. Burke down the center of the pitch. Dispossessed by Chinook. Chinook right to center. That's stolen away by Wernemout. Wernemout back over to Shemke. Shemke gets it over to Gubini. Gubini trying to get it to Sandstrom, and that just out of her reach. Out the far touchline. Monroe with the throw-in. 6 minutes, 50 seconds left here in the second. 6-1, Pioneer with the lead. All played down, racing over to get it is Dykeman. Now Wernemout moves it ahead. Here comes Gubini. Gubini gets past traffic. Gubini, oh, just a little too far in front of her, goes out the far touchline. Monroe races over to get to it. Marcero has it on that far touchline, just in front of the Pioneer bench. Lofts that down towards midfield, popped up high. That into the Monroe bench. That will be a throw-in for Pioneer. Wernemout has it on the far touchline. Wernemout over to Burke. Burke knees it ahead. That lofted high. Rink heads it over, trying to get it over to Borsdorf. Is back over there battling with Chinook. Now Borsdorf arcs it and knocked down. Fulcher trying to chase it. Moved over by McMahon. Back. Burke with the shot. That grab by Younglove. Younglove out to the edge of the 18. 5 minutes, 30 seconds left to go here in the second. 6-1, Pioneer with the lead. Ball volleyed the other direction, headed up. Sent down by Jones. Controlled by Marion. Marion on the far side of the pitch. Marion sends it back into the middle third. Good move ahead. Now back over to Gubini. Gubini trying to launch it ahead to Borsdorf. Races into the 18 and plucked up there. Grabbed by Younglove. 5 minutes left to go here in the second. Younglove. And knocked down, grab. Now coming ahead with it is Burke. Burke trying to get through traffic. Knocked away by Chinook. Burke gets it back. Burke moves it over onto the far touchline. And rocketed back. Here comes Gubini. Knocked away from her. Younglove picks it up right with Gubini charging towards her. Low kick. Played back. Now trying to bring it ahead is Shemke. Shemke gets it over. Gubini trying to get it back to Shemke. That launched up high and headed back over there by Eschenroder. That ball all the way down out the end line. So that looks like that's going to be a Pioneer corner. That is going to be Rink who will take that. Rink set up for this set piece late in the game. Arcs it across the 18, headed back. Here comes Burke. Burke shot it. Oh, it hit off the field goal post crossbar. Just over the crossbar on the woodwork. 3 minutes, 30 seconds left to go. Here in the second, 6-1, Pioneer with the lead. Willis moves it down. Burke gets it back over to Borsdorf. Borsdorf trying to get past two players. Fires it into the 18. Knocked down. Now launched. Played down. Lifted ahead over there by McMahon. And will go out the near touchline. Hayden has the throw in here. 3 minutes left to go. Out the near touchline. That'll be a throw in. So that'll be a throw in by Ryu. Headed back by Pioneer, picked up by Burke. Burke moves it all the way over, grabbed there, trying to bring it ahead is Rink. That's stolen away. Launched all the way down the pitch, trying to get to Lechner. Marion has it, sends it down and out the far touchline. Stopping a good rush there by Monroe. Quick throw in Headed back. Here comes Gubini. Gubini into midfield. Borsdorf with it. Borsdorf trying to feed it ahead to Rink. Rink racing down the far touchline. Rink stopping, looking for a place to cut over, and that knocked out the end line. That should be another corner for Pioneer. Looks like Rink going to get it, so Rink will have the corner. 2 minutes left to go here in the second. 6-1, Pioneer with the lead. Rink raises both hands, quick on this set piece. Headed by Burke. Is that off of the post on the far side? Younglove got a piece of it. That will be another corner as the clock continues to count. 1 minute, 30 seconds now. Rink back for another set piece here. Raises both hands. High up into the 18. Burke trying to get to it. Younglove puts her hands on it, grabs it. Younglove comes to the edge of the 18. Younglove. And sends it down the pitch. Knocked down by Wernemont. That'll go out the far touchline. That'll be a throw in by Monroe. 1 minute, 5 seconds left to go. Marion heads it, then will again go out the far touchline. 55 seconds left to go. Ball throw in by Eschenroder. Knocked down, trying to move it ahead by Hayden. Back into the midfield area. That'll go out the far touchline. Rink with a quick throw in, but that'll be Monroe's ball. Good wishful thinking there, Mercurio. 30 seconds left to go. Now that ball will be a free kick for Monroe with 20 seconds left to go. Chinook lifts it down, popped up, grab, Fulcher trying to move it ahead. Ball down, chipped by Hayden, coming down the near wing is Borsdorf. Borsdorf gets into the offensive zone, shot there, and the game is over. Pioneer has won by a score of 6-1. Good SEC Red win by Pioneer. We thank you for cheering for either of these two teams. Thank you for supporting these wonderful, amazing athletes. For my cameraman, James Wiseman, my name is Mark Wiseman. We hope to return tomorrow as it will be Pioneer Women's Lacrosse taking on Tecumseh. Final score, Pioneer 6, Monroe 1. Thank you very much and have a wonderful rest of your evening. Take care, everybody.